Good evening. Welcome to Reporters Diary. You are watching us live on the Eco of India's Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. Before I'm joined by our team of reporters, here are the major issues in news today. Masood Azhar, the chief of banned terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed, has been named by the National Investigation Agency in a charge sheet filed on Tuesday on the suicide attack on a CRPF convoy that killed 40 Central Forces personnel in Pulwama, South Kashmir last year. NIA named a total of 19 people in the charge sheet filed in a special court in Jammu on Tuesday, and all of them were accused of planning and carrying out the suicide attack. Not even 24 hours have lapsed since the conclusion of the stormy Congress Working Committee meeting on Monday. The group of 23 seeking an organizational overhaul in the party has started taking a U turn. On Tuesday, these 23 leaders, including senior Congress leader M. Veerappa Moily, have explained that they had no intention to challenge the leadership of Sonia Gandhi and hence cannot be considered as dissenters. Moily even went to the extent of saying that he was really sorry if he had hurt the sentiments of Sonia Gandhi. There is some finance news here. There is no immediate possibility of getting rupees 2000 denomination notes once you go for ATM or over the counter withdrawals. The Reserve Bank of India on Tuesday clearly said that currency notes of rupees 2000 denomination were not printed during the financial year 2019-20, and hence there is no immediate possibility of circulation of such notes. Moving on to some global news. This is interesting. Attaching a socialist tax seems to be new strategy of the Republicans to counter the growing popularity of the Democrat camp in the USA, led by presidential candidate Joe Biden and vice presidential candidate Kamala Harris. On Tuesday, senior Republican leader, including Indian American Nikki Haley, claimed that the possible victory of the Biden Harris combined will turn USA into a socialist utopia and hence destroy the economy of the nation. Sports. National Anti-Doping Agency NADA is taking some strict measures this time to prevent incidences of doping in this year's Indian Premier League, scheduled to start from September 19. Three National Anti-Doping Agency officials, along with six impaneled dope control officers, will travel to the UAE, targeting collection of at least 50 samples during in-competition and out-of-competition testing during the 60-match event. IPL this year is scheduled between September 19 and November 10. So these are the major issues that we have today in news. Now I'm joined by Asmita and Razia. Yes, Asmita, what are major issues you have with you?
Safi, today district-based second phase review meeting was held from Nabanno, and in this meeting, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee instructed government officials that those who have not received compensation for the cyclone Amphan must pay within 7 days, because as we know that Alipur Weather Office has already forecast natural disasters for the next 44 hours. And she also said that if the situation is under control, by September she will go to districts and hold administrative meetings. And
Right.
also she said that development work in the district should be completed by September, and other work cannot be stopped by corona showing corona. And another news that is coming, but this is not a good news, Safi, that two more IIT Kharagpur students and a hostel staff tested corona positive today. And while one student had tested positive on August 19, but they are stable now. And another news that I have, this is really a good news, that in this pandemic time, that according to state government health department, discharge rate of Bengal of COVID patients in has improved to 76.46%, and it was 58.54% on August 18. And this is really a positive news, Safi.
All right, these are like some major points here with you, Aspita. Razia, what's happening in Port Blair? What's major?
Shafi, yesterday I informed you about a death in the district jail. So I would like to start with that only. There are nearly 276 inmates inside the district jail. And yesterday, a 60-year-old prisoner died inside the jail itself after complaining breathlessness. And Shafi, there are some foreigner convicts and Indian convicts in the jail. Out of 11, those who are tested positive, 4 are Indians and 7 are foreigner convicts. The another shocking news is a team of health department has tested 4 members of Great Andamanese tribe positively yesterday at Strait Island, and the team reportedly tested 37 samples, and out of 37, 4 members of Great Andamanese tested corona positive. They has been kept in the Strait Island itself. Shafi, earlier also 6 members in Port Blair tested corona positive in these islands. So they are the tribes who are affected with COVID-19 these days, Shafiq. And the Deputy Commissioner of Andaman Nicobar Island has extended the lockdown till 31st of August with more relaxation. He also said the government employees in the quarantine are required to report for duty after completion of the 14 days of periods. And Shafi, fourth thing which I would like to say, a small thing, the BJP leaders paid tribute to late Arun Jaitley for his first death anniversary. And the last thing is, as usual, COVID update, 777 tested are active cases in Andaman and Nicobar Island, and 35 fatalities, and more than 2,000 recovered here. So that's all from here, Shafi, from Andaman.
All right, so we have had the updates from Asmita and Razia. We are also joined now by Riddhi and Shumanto. Riddhi, first to you. What great or major issues are there today in news with you?
Today, the Kerala High Court declined to stay the further proceedings in leasing out Thiruvananthapuram International Airport to Adani Enterprises. Considering an application by the Kerala government seeking the stay, the court adjourned the case for detailed hearing. Another news is about INS Virat, the aircraft carrier that served the Indian Navy for 30 years. It is now being towed from Mumbai to Alang in Gujarat in the next month to dismantle and sold as scrap, official sources say today. Another news that I have today, former IPS officer Kuppuswamy Annamalai joined the BJP today, saying that he will work to bring the nationalist spirit to Tamil Nadu. He has also praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi, saying that he has embodies a leadership qualities of fearlessness, courage, and knowledge-giving spirit. That's all from my side.
All right, Riddhi, some really interesting news pieces you have. Shumanto, yes, what's happening? North
Yeah,
Bengal, Sikkim,
North
anything
Bengal.
major we have today?
First, starting with the major news from Bagdogra. As you know, Shafi, because of this pandemic situation, many of the government offices are working understaffed, and so is the state excise department. And illegal hooch makers have exactly taken advantage of this. And during this period, they have developed a major illegal hooch manufacturing hub in the jungles adjacent to the Balason River in Bagdogra. Ultimately, today, the state excise team and Shiliguri police, as well as a team of Jalpaiguri police, busted the racket. Many of these liquor manufacturing units were destroyed. They were working in somewhat organized manner, and thousands of illegal liquor were destroyed. And these are basically hooch, the consumption of which can create to major health disaster, killing many people. Fortunately, the racket was bursted, and major tragedy in future could be avoided. The second story is that that is from Sikkim. Sikkim, there is not much major development except a very tragic development, that is a 26-year-old teacher a teacher by profession, has been arrested for sexually assaulting his cousin, who is just a 3-year-old minor. This is the second incident in Sikkim in the last few days where a teacher has been nabbed for on charges of sexual molestation. And it's really, people are really shaky because of late the incidences throughout India where teachers are responsible for molesting their students, fellow colleagues, and even a principal, as it happened in case of Maharashtra, is happening regularly. This is very disturbing trend. That's now
Right.
all from my side today.
Okay, viewers, before we say thank you to our team, just recall what are the major uh, issues in news today. Of course, we have the Congress Working Committee, and what has been happening in Congress is important to keep an eye on. Then the other important piece that we have is the rupees 2000 denomination note that we discussed. We have the American elections in mind as well, and sports IPL. So these are, some of the major points that we have had today during the day, and which have been developing, and perhaps there will be more development in the days ahead. So Razia, Riddhi, Shamanto, and Asmita, thank you so much for joining Reporters Diary. Viewers, this is all we have today in Reporters Diary. Please do join us again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. And we are regularly live on both our streams, on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.